Home, Nikki is reactive to the vacuum cleaner, so I decided to use my new vacuum as an opportunity to change the way she feels. I will be using counter conditioning and desensitization for this process.
Nikki here for day training, and I know at home she's afraid of the vacuum, and I pulled a new one. I just bought a new one. I was going to put it together, and I thought, oh well, this is kind of a good training exercise. And as soon as I pulled it out of the box, she growled at it. So I decided to work it, because that's what I always do when a dog is afraid of something. It's time to work it. So just having her near it like this, she gets chicken. Good. And anytime she shows interest in anything about it, she'll get chicken. And I'm going to put the handle on with a screwdriver, so hopefully I can leave the chicken here in my lap and reward her. Good. Off. Leave it. Good. So now that she's sitting beside it, that's pretty great, and looking at it, I will reward her. And then as I assemble it, obviously it's going to get a little more intimidating because of the size. Good girl. Yes. So I have actual chicken today because I bring my best when it's things like this. This could be a really big problem for her family if they aren't able to vacuum. Good girl. Good girl. Is that your new friend? Yeah, that's my job today, is to try to make this vacuum her new best friend. So I'm going to secure the handle.
I will mark and reward Nikki when she responds to the vacuum by showing interest in it and not barking and lunging. It will slowly get easier for her to be in the presence of the vacuum as we go.
Okay, just be moving it. Good girl, Nick. Good. Any interest is fine with me. Good girl. The goal is to vacuum today without a reaction. Okay, that's the goal. So I'm tinkering with it. I'm just gonna reward her for not freaking out. It's funny because she barked as soon as I pulled it out. Okay, so that was easy. So what I'm going to do now is just move the vacuum. I'm not gonna turn it on at all. See how she got a little nervous? I'm nowhere near turning it on. And when I do turn it on, I won't move it. So first it's movement. There we go. Just real gentle. Okay, you can see she's pretty nervous. So I'm gonna move the hose piece. Keep it as simple as I can. Okay, so we got a little bark. So I went too far, that's okay. Hi, good. Now if I ask for behavior, maybe Nikki sit? Yes. Give her a nice piece. And if she gets closer to it or looks at it, she's too focused on the chicken, so I'm gonna move it. Good. So what I'm gonna do is move this vacuum very little. Good girl. Good girl, Nick. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Yeah. Good girl. Yes. Nice job. Okay. Good girl. Wow. That's really good. I'm not going to plug it in quite yet. I want her to explore it a little, and I'm going to move it different ways. Obviously, plugging it in is going to be a huge deal. Good. Here you go. Good girl. Little jumpy, so I'm just going to keep going. Sit. Good. Come. Good girl. Come closer to me. Not the. Oh, you afraid? Okay, she's afraid. Well, I could try tossing a little bit near it and watch if she's super nervous. I won't move it when she's that close to it. That would create problems. But for now, just let her get close to it while eating chicken. I'm not going to move it when she moves in. I'm going to move it only when she's able to retreat. I don't want to startle her. I just want a steady, good girl, steady progress. What's that? I'm going to lay it down, see if she wants to investigate. Good girl. Did you look at it? Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. There you go. And now I'm just going to get up and move around and take a break so she can get used to that being in the room. And then every day I'll park it somewhere else. Instead of just putting it away, I'm going to park it so she gets used to it being out and being around. Good girl. Nice. Actually, what I'll do now is also pick it up one more time. Just very gently. Good. Watching my movements. And then I think we're going to take a little break, like a 5-minute break. I'll leave it here, and I just want her to settle in the moment with it in the room. We'll be back.
By offering a high-value reward at the right time in the presence of the trigger, I am actually helping Nikki change the way she feels about the trigger. In this case, it's a vacuum, but it could be anything that upsets her. I'll be lowering the sound because the vacuum is loud.
Okay. Hi. Welcome back. Good girl. Good girl. So I want to be careful about throwing a treat and then turning it on. I don't want to startle her, but if I turn it on now, it's so close. So what I might do is I'll toss again. Ready? Go get it. And I'm going to say, Nikki, I'm turning it on. Good. So good girl. I'm going to give her the whole bowl right now, but as far away as I can reach. Okay, we're going to take a break. Good. Good. Now I'm just going to try to pet her, Nikki, and just get her to calm down a little bit. Good. I'm going to do what's called a long feed. I'm going to hold this treat in my hand so she can kind of nibble on it. Just be near it. Not trying to trick. I'm just trying to get her to spend some time near it. Yes, good. And realize what's going on. I don't want her just eating and not really paying attention. Yes, good girl for exploring it. Good. We have to make things not scary or we're going to have big problems every time we need to vacuum. So I'm going to do the toss and turn on again. Nikki, you ready? Go get it. Okay. It was a lot for her, I can see it. So I'm stopping for now. We're gonna work on it in 10 minutes, but for now that was a lot, a whole lot. And she did really well. She didn't react. Her eyes were a little bit tense, so we're gonna take a big break and we'll come back to it in a little while until we're actually vacuuming, which I can't wait to show you. Good girl, look at you, good girl. So just the fact that she went and explored it on her own is great, really great. Took a break and Nikki's all relaxed. I have two different things. I have a bowl of meat and I have a puzzle toy. So I'm going to put the puzzle toy down further away and I'm going to turn the vacuum on and see if this is high enough value to keep her interest while I vacuum. I'm going to be real careful. good day. So I can vacuum. I think when I vacuum, I'll probably leave her like a nice bowl full of food or treats or all of the above. But that went really well. I think we're not going to have any problems, but I know if I hadn't taken all those steps, she would have been barking and lunging at that. That's what she does at home, and that's what, this minute I brought it out of the box, that's what she was ready to do. But I kept ahead of her every step of the way and tried to keep her under threshold, which means before she reacted, and we built all the way up to vacuuming today. And this was in, I think the total time was 20 minutes at max. I don't even think it was that long. So work with your dog in small pieces. While they're comfortable, a little bit of discomfort is okay, but if they're just completely terrified, it's not gonna work. So you have to step back and break things down into small pieces. Like we did, we literally started it out of the box without the handle, just sitting there. Wait, hold on, wait, sit, good girl. Would you like a piece? Okay, good. So take your time and help your dog, right? Good girl.
I would like to be clear that I will not need a bowl of chicken every time I vacuum, but I should still plan on at least some treats the next few times I do. It would be nice if I had a helper that could feed her while I vacuum, only offering the reward when Nikki looks at the vacuum and does not react. I've already conditioned her to the sound, so movement should be reinforced more.